afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Brady Mallory in for Susan Simon, who's on vacation. Good to see you.
Yeah, I keep coming back. Thanks for having me.
It's like a bad penny. No, it's like a good penny.
Oh, good. Well, thank you.
It's like a good penny. Good to have you here today. Topping the news, lock it or lose it. That's the warnings from police near Madison. After not one, but 4 cars were stolen in one night.
Once a brewer, always a brewer. Ryan Braun makes his retirement official. Find out when you can celebrate the Slugger's career in person.
And ready or not, Madison celebrates one of its favorite modes of transportation all week long. Let's take a look outside. Much nicer day today. The humidity finally going down.
Yeah, we like good biking weather then.
Is that water green?
It's a little green. You know, maybe just look at it. Don't go into it.
Don't go into it. Dry and mild tomorrow are the good weather words. Dana, lucky you didn't have to swim in that.
No. Thankfully, didn't get a big drink of that. I did drink probably about a pint of Lake Monona on Sunday for the Ironman, guys, not just for fun. Well, right now we have a little bit of cloud coverage overhead. Man, it feels really nice on the patio. Temperature-wise, it is quite comfortable for us outside, so it's nice to be sitting in such a good spot for the afternoon. We're in the mid-60s, so a little cooler than what we were forecasting for today, but that's in part to the fact that we haven't seen quite as much sunshine this afternoon. We've held on to that cloud coverage a little bit longer. Dew points in the mid-50s, so they're lower than yesterday. It feels really nice outside. Doppler track staying quiet. The cloud coverage not bringing any rain chances for us. Those thunderstorms now well off to the east. Overnight, our temperatures will drop a little bit more. We're expecting temps to fall down to the low 50s for early tomorrow morning, so a little cool to start off the day tomorrow. And then afternoon high temperatures will climb up to the mid-70s. So a seasonable afternoon for our Wednesday. Mostly sunny sky and mild outside for Wednesday afternoon. It'll be nice to get a little more sunshine back in the forecast for us. As far as traffic goes right now, good news in Dane County. No accidents to report. In fact, the Beltline really doesn't look too bad east and westbound this evening. And the interstate, Rock County through Dane County, north and southbound, all good. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City and downtown to Sun Prairie, about 16 minutes as well. We'll take a closer look at your full forecast in just a few.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Dana. A string of crimes has one Dane County community on edge tonight. Verona police say 4 vehicles were stolen early Sunday morning in the Military Ridge neighborhood.
Our Brad Hamilton is live from where this happened with more on how these suspects were able to get away without a trace.
The crazy thing is police told us that the suspects were able to steal 3 vehicles from just one home, and they were able to do this because one of the cars on the property was unlocked, and they got inside, found a garage door opener, and the rest is history. They went inside the home, they rummaged around, found 3 sets of keys, and took off with all 3 of those cars. Now, they also stole another car about a block away, and this all happened at around 5 a.m. And then when we talked to Verona police today, they say that this is oftentimes a crime of opportunity, and they wanted to say to police, always, always, always remember to lock your doors if you're in the community.
Entering someone's home is quite the violation in terms of the law, but also to somebody's sense of safety. Their home is their kingdom, and entering it makes people feel violated.
In talking with neighbors here, they said that this is a very friendly and trustworthy place, and they think that that's also why they've been hit up a bunch of times with these sorts of crimes as people are taking advantage of their trustworthiness. Coming up at 6, we're going to have more from the neighborhood and also the lieutenant live in Madison. I apologize. I'm in Verona. Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
All right, Brad, thank you. We'll see you at 6. Tropical storm Nicholas is moving very slowly over southeastern Texas and the Louisiana coast.
Made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane last night, about 100 miles southwest of Houston. More than 100,000 homes and businesses in the region are without power, and life-threatening flash floods, they're a big concern.
Yeah, Jason Allen has the latest.
Kayakers paddled down the middle of the street in Clear Lake Shores, Texas, surveying flooded businesses, destroyed docks, and downed power lines. Nicholas crashed ashore as a Category 1 hurricane, packing powerful wind gusts of up to 75 miles an hour. The storm is still dumping significant amounts of rain in the region. Galveston has gotten more than a foot, and the Houston area 7 inches. Southwest of Galveston, some streets and yards are submerged. Forecasters say there is the potential for even more flooding because Nicholas is slowing and could stall at some point. Power is also out to tens of thousands of homes and businesses. Yesterday, residents prepared for the long haul and even parked cars on a freeway overpass to keep them out of floodwater. Houston's mayor says the city should be back to normal by tomorrow.
This storm could have been a lot worse for the city of Houston. I think we fared fairly well. The good news is that there were no injuries reported and there were no fatalities.
The storm is now headed for Louisiana, where thousands are still struggling to recover from Hurricane Ida. The governor has already declared a state of emergency as storm-weary residents prepare once again. Jason Allen, CBS News, Baytown, Texas.
And Governor Evers and Superintendent Underly were in Madison today to visit Hawthorne Elementary this morning. They stopped by to meet with National Education Association President, and Governor Evers was also promoting his work to direct federal COVID-19 funds to Wisconsin public schools for the pandemic and beyond. Hawthorne is a community school, meaning it intends to serve as both an educational institution and a center of community life. Janet Pringle tells us why she believes community schools are the way forward.
We believe every school should be in a community school because it talks about the whole student, serving the needs of that whole student, meeting those needs, mining the assets of the communities, so that when we say every student will succeed, we actually mean every student will succeed.
Pringle also praised Hawthorne for collaboration between the administration at the school and the union, saying it made the quality of the teaching better in the process. Well, many kids are now on their third week of school, but local police are cautioning parents you should consider taking down a certain picture you may have posted during week 1.
Christina Laurie tells us why.
These are the pictures in question, the seemingly innocent posts of kids holding those back-to-school signs that you see all over social media. But it's not the images that are the problem, it's the information that goes along with them.
Officers say these signs are dangerous because posts with kids' personal information can lead to criminals getting information about both your kids and your own password data. According to Madison Police, parents should avoid publicizing the following: your children's school name, their age, grade level, height and weight, and their teacher's name.
One of the things we always tell kids is don't give out any personal information on social media because you never know who your audience is.
The same goes for parents, and the problem is that you might not even know that your child's information was stolen for years, if not decades later. It's something that Sergeant Johnson has seen right here in Madison. We'll explain more on our news ahead at 5. But for now, reporting from downtown Madison, I'm Christina Laurie.
Christine, we'll see you at 5. Thank you. Mayor Satya Rose Conway rode around the Capitol to kick off the 24th annual Bike Week in Madison. Madison Bike Week celebrates riding to work, to the grocery store, to a park, to the library, or just for fun. Events this year feature pop-up bike stations with free treats and bike checks, plus movies, organized bike rides, and special Madison Bike Week offers from local businesses. The mayor is happy Madison is so bike-friendly.
Madison is consistently recognized as one of the most bike-friendly cities in the United States, and we are proud of that. But we are not resting on our laurels.
There are events every day in the city. Visit madisonbikes.org to find an event near you.
It's still on my list. Get a bike. I need one. Well, the clock is ticking in California as voters decide whether Governor Gavin Newsom will keep his job or not. Millions of ballots have already been cast and more than $200 million spent on the recall effort, with 46 challengers vying to unseat the first-term Democrat. Governor Newsom hit the campaign trail with President Biden the night before the election. His team tells CBS News they are confident they will defeat the recall, which was initiated in response to the governor's policies on homelessness and taxes, and then heated up after Newsom's strict COVID-19 policies.
Are decisions, not conditions, that determine our fate and future.
Under recall rules, a majority of voters must vote yes to oust Governor Newsom. If that happens, a top vote getter among challengers will become governor, with more than 8 million mail-in ballots already cast in this election. Republicans have already begun to raise questions over voter fraud. Former President Trump said in a statement today the recall election is totally rigged.
It's been just under a year since the last time Ryan Braun played in a major league game, and now he is ready to announce his retirement from baseball. The former National League Rookie of the Year, MVP, and 6-time All-Star published a video on the Brewers' official Twitter account this morning, thanking fans for their support during his 14-year career. Braun has not played during the 2021 season after the Brewers declined an option on his contract at the end of last season. Fans will have the chance to celebrate Braun one final time on Sunday Saturday, September 26th, when the team holds an on-field ceremony prior to their game against the New York Mets. The end of an era.
Yeah, I bet. A lot of people talking about that.
Well, still to come before, chronic pain is on the rise as baby boomers age.
Now, there are ways to cope with this condition. We'll get some advice from UW psychologist Dr. Shyla Mergain when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now at 4. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for overall excellence in television.
Not only does a seamless LeafGuard gutter system add beauty to your home, it's also the last gutter system you'll ever buy. It's guaranteed to never clog or will come out and clean them for free. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
More than ever, America needs healthcare workers. So if you're ready to answer the call, Herzing University empowers you to earn the skills you need for all kinds of healthcare careers, including programs that can be completed in 10 months. Accredited and transfer-friendly, Herzing provides the personal care and support you need to succeed. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. Your nation needs healthcare workers. Join the movement at Herzing University. Call or click today.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Ask about our Designer Kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
LeafGuard is the only gutter system to earn the Good Housekeeping seal, the leading symbol of quality, assurance, trust, and safety in America. And LeafGuard is guaranteed to never clog. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Hey, forget Taco Tuesdays. How about tacos every day?
Why not? Taco Bell is now testing a subscription service for tacos. It works like this. The customers pay $5 to $10 a month for what's called a Taco Lover's Pass. That lets them get one of a variety of tacos each day for 30 days. It may sound odd, but Panera is also trying out subscriptions, including a monthly plan that'll give you a free cup of coffee every day. Taco Bell is trying out the subscription service at about 20 of its Tucson, Arizona restaurants. No word when it might roll out for the rest of the country.
Netflix, Hulu, Taco Bell. Here we go. Well, China announced today it will work to build what it's calling a civilized internet, which will be based on thoughts of the president there and socialist core values. The report published by state media says the plans were laid out in a government document titled Opinions on Strengthening the Construction of Network Civilization, and adds the government will require websites to reinforce and encourage party lines and things that are positive to society. It's unclear how this increase will how this will increase regulation and how it will play out practically for internet users.
New census data shows that the coronavirus pandemic caused poverty to go up in 2020. Last year, about 11.4% of Americans were living in poverty. In 2019, it was just 10.5%, the lowest level since record-keeping began in 1959. 3.3 million additional people fell below the poverty line last year, for a total of roughly 37.2 million millions of people who lost their jobs due to the pandemic-related shutdowns and mandatory closures of non-essential businesses. Employment has improved significantly since then, but the nation is still more than 5 million jobs short of what it was in February of 2020.
Well, this could be a good time to look for a used car or even plan a trip. Today, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported shifts in prices for some industries. For instance, prices for airline tickets and car insurance actually dipped last month. Used car prices were also down last month for the first time since February. The prices for pre-owned vehicles have skyrocketed over the last 12 months for two big reasons. The pandemic has people looking for alternatives to public transportation, and automakers have struggled with new car production because of a global chip shortage.
Good news for shoppers. Inflation is actually coming down from a 13-year high. Tuesday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported August was the second straight month in which the inflation rate fell slightly. Consumer prices rose 5.3% in August compared to a year ago. That's less than the increases noted in June and July. The rate is still higher than the Federal Reserve's target, which is around 2%. The Fed has signaled that it plans to move away from some of its changes it made last year to stimulate the economy during the pandemic.
Senator Elizabeth Warren is calling for the federal government to break up Wells Fargo. In a letter to Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, Warren asked for the regulator to separate the company's traditional banking activities from non-banking activities. In it, Warren cites the Bank Holding Company Act, which requires financial holding companies to be well capitalized and well managed. The bank has faced numerous scandals in recent years, including opening new customer accounts without their approval and charging customers for auto insurance they didn't need.
Stocks ended the day lower as September selling resumes. The Dow Industrials fell 292 points, ending the day at 34,577. The Nasdaq gave up 67, and the S&P 500 was off 25. Well, September is Chronic Pain Awareness Month. It's estimated that over 100 million people in the U.S. have chronic pain, costing an estimated $635 billion annually.
Well, these numbers are rising with baby boomers aging. Chronic pain has become more widespread than cancer, diabetes, and heart disease combined.
UW psychologist Dr. Shyla Mergain joins us now to help us cope with chronic pain. Shyla, good to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
So this is not something you necessarily have to live with.
No, as pain is persisting for people past that 3-month mark, it's considered chronic pain. And I really want to encourage people to seek out a medical evaluation as early as possible. You want to rule out, do I need surgery? Is there some systemic disease that's causing my pain, like cancer or inflammatory arthritis? Or are there just some complicating social or psychological factors that are amplifying or prolonging my pain? And then really seeking psychosocial treatment for your pain.
Yeah, it's interesting as we talk about the baby boomer generation getting older. So that's what's really showing this increase in chronic pain then.
I think it's definitely one of the factors. I also think lifestyle and just the stress we're under, specifically during the pandemic, that we're seeing a rise in pain. And, pain medication can be a really good option for treatment. However, there's some limitations. On average, pain medication only takes away between 30 to 60% of pain. That pain medication doesn't change underlying pain processes. And we know that sometimes people can get into a pattern where they're taking more and more medication and developing a tolerance, so it's less effective and there are unwanted side effects. So medication may be an option for you, but equally, if not more important, is to develop and learn skills.
You talk about developing a toolbox of coping strategies. What's that?
Yeah, we want a toolbox. Number one, keep moving. Motion is lotion. If you don't use it, you lose it. Pain inadvertently can cause people to become afraid of movement for fear of pain. They become overly sedentary, which over time really can cause more pain. And what's good for the heart, the cardiovascular system, is good for the body. So think about following those recommendations from the American College of Sports Medicine of doing 20 to 30 minutes, 4 to 5 times a week. In addition, work on those cognitive and behavioral skills. We're actually starting some new pain groups next week at UW Health, where we're working on that toolbox, things like developing thinking strategies, coping self-statements, so you're not getting into catastrophizing or negative thinking, working on pacing your level activity so you're not overdoing or underdoing, working on sleep hygiene, relaxation practices, really also working on increasing pleasure and enjoyable activities. And lastly, really improving your social support, because pain can be really isolating if we let it.
Yeah, there's a phrase, make meaning out of pain. Is that all part of it?
Oh, thank you for mentioning that. Absolutely, because as pain persists, many people can start to become overwhelmed by the losses and also the level of distress that it can cause if we don't manage it. Instead, really remembering that you're much more than this pain condition. Pain and suffering are a universal aspect of a human life, and those people who really create meaning really become the hero or heroine of their own story, really commit to values, how they want to live, what they want to be remembered for on their 90th birthday. Really minding their mind about their pain condition can really help them cope and really move forward, even if there's some pain still in the body.
Great advice as usual, Shiloh. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you soon. Still to come at 4, it's one of the most amazing underdog stories in the history of tennis.
That really is. We'll show you how an 18-year-old beat all the odds to win the U.S. Open. That story is coming up right after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Call, that's all.
It's a one call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all it takes. One call, that's all. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside. But if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on the inside. It's true. If you have diabetes, you know high blood sugar is the root of the problem. But that excess sugar can cause the blood vessels to be seriously damaged. And when that happens, this could happen: vision loss or even blindness. That's right, diabetic retinopathy is a leading cause of blindness for adults in the U.S. But even though you can't see it, there is something you can do about it. Remember this: now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is an incredibly important part of your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Just say to yourself, "Now I see." Then go see an eye care specialist. Visit nowic.com to get the facts about diabetes, your eyes, and what you can do next to take control of your sight. Brought to you by Regeneron.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need. And we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant, or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
I was hurt in an accident, my bills are piling up, and I could really use some money right now. I'm so glad I didn't let the insurance company pressure me into a settlement. Gruber Law Offices got my bills paid and made sure my future was protected.
One call, that's all.
Well, take a look at this. You're watching PGA professional Lawrence Warren practice his golf shot. The incredible part is the accuracy and precision of drone pilot Emil Chaziz as he perfectly times the swing and the flight of the ball. Let's take another look. Emil is perfectly in sync with Lawrence, allowing him to follow the ball very closely from the strike to then landing at this golf course in Russia. Dennis, that's some fancy flying.
It's like a video game. You know, that's the only type of golf I do.
Our drone pilot is not that impressed. It's all in the timing. Well, it's time, and speaking of which, to let your imagination run wild. September 14th is National Live Creative Day.
Yeah, take extra time to experiment, discover, and dream. Just unleash your inner child. Create your masterpiece, or just get out of the same old routine. Rediscovering an old hobby can help get your creative juices flowing.
Or run the Ironman.
Yeah, you could do that.
You could do that, Dana.
Dana's new hobby.
Yeah, I think it's just creating a new workout. You can mix that up even.
There you go.
You guys need to have some creative hobbies, I think. That's going to come next.
I live through you.
Basket weaving, maybe? I don't know.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. I would like to see Mark get into like those braided bracelets.
Friendship bracelets.
Friendship bracelets, that's the word.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Some pretty beads in there.
All right.
I think we're working on something
He has
for you
some
guys.
time off coming up, so when you're bored.
There you go.
Well, you got nothing better to do, man.
Oh. All right, how about the weather?
Oh, the forecast. Yeah, what I should be focusing on right now. So for the next few days, plan on things staying pretty dry outside and comfortable, but by the end of the week, the shower chances, they'll creep back in. We'll take a closer look at your Fulton Day right after the break.
Best ways to protect your biggest investment, your home, is to replace your gutters with a lifetime Leaf Guard gutter system, guaranteed to never clog and warranted forever. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
When you replace your gutters with a Leaf Guard gutter system, you're getting peace of mind that your home's foundation is being protected, and you'll never have to climb that ladder again. My team will give you a free estimate, and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, right now we do have few clouds overhead, but things are nice and dry outside, so it's nice to just be able to enjoy having no threat for any little light showers popping up. And the last few days, though, we've picked up some rain coming through, mainly in this band crossing right over the heart of Dane County, parts of Iowa County and Jefferson County also picking up over 2 inches in the last 48 hours. But notice it's a really tight band. Areas south of Madison, we look down towards Beloit and Monroe, not seeing any rain in the last 2 days. We are still in a moderate drought status right now compared to where we should be for this time of year, almost an 11-inch deficit. So far for September, we haven't even had an 1.5 inches of rainfall, so we could really use some more steady light showers instead of just the light misty drizzle. This time of year, usually don't pick up too much rain, but we are still quite a bit behind schedule for where we should be heading through the middle of September. Temperature-wise for tomorrow, plan on being in the middle 70s. It'll be a mild afternoon. By the end of the week and the weekend, though, we really start to warm back up into the 80s, and that will come along with some rain chances for Friday. Hopefully some steadier showers as opposed to seeing the thunderstorm chances pop up for us. Overnight, skies mostly clear to start off your Wednesday. Temperatures Wednesday morning will be in the mid to low 50s for overnight lows. Afternoon high temperatures in the middle 70s with a lot of sunshine expected to come through. Should just have a light breeze in the afternoon. So Wednesday, pretty pleasant outside. For Thursday, our breeze coming in from the south, so we'll see our temperatures climb up just a little bit more, landing closer to 80 for our afternoon highs on Thursday, and that's where we will stay as we look ahead through the weekend. This trend really anchored down for us, not seeing much of a change there from what we've been looking at over the last few days, as our temperature trend through the rest of the month really stays above average for the Midwest, the East Coast, much of the plains, expecting that warmer trend to settle in. So this time of year with the harvest, drier weather, not necessarily a bad thing, but these warmer temperatures, we could definitely use some cooler days and definitely cooler overnights to help that transition moving towards fall by the end of the month. 75 the high for tomorrow. Again, mid-70s for us across the board. A mostly sunny sky. Should be a mild afternoon with that breeze coming in from the southwest. We'll be mostly sunny for Wednesday and Thursday. We're in the 80s heading into the weekend. The warm day for us right now, really Sunday, and then heading into Monday, still holding on to those upper 70s. So temperature-wise, for the start of next week, we'll see temps in the upper 70s, but heat index readings close to 90. So a warm stretch. And then we have a rain chance building in for late Tuesday that will help cool us down for the back half of the work week. And we'll see a little seasonable trend pulling those temperatures back down to the mid to low 70s. Looking ahead again to the back half of the work week for next week.
Summer's not over yet?
Not over yet. No, we still have a little more time.
Oh, we lost you. Okay.
Thanks, Dana.
The sports world is still really...
Emma Raducanu's US Open tennis triumph was such a surprise that she had booked flights home 2 weeks earlier, and even her parents couldn't get to New York in time to see their teenage daughter lift one of the sport's most prestigious titles. Now she's heading back across the Atlantic to Britain with a major trophy in her hands.
It still hasn't sunk in, to be honest, because after the match I haven't really had a moment to just stop and embrace everything that's just happened. But yeah, I can't wait to enjoy and celebrate, and then when I get back home to see everyone at home. It's been 7 weeks away now, so to go home I'm just really excited to see my family and friends.
Raducanu's dad is from Romania and her mum was raised in China. Emma was born in Canada and then moved to the UK when she was 2. It's a global sporting success story spanning 3 different continents that began in unremarkable fashion. This is Emma Raducanu's first school in the leafy southeast London suburbs. It's not a specialist sports academy for gifted athletes. It's just a primary or elementary school run by the local authority. Emma was 5 when she first picked up a tennis racket, and her parents took her to a local club to see if she had a talent for the sport. Her first coach remembers what marked her out from the rest.
Her work rate, her commitment. She's always a very disciplined girl. I mean, I know it sounds crazy to say when she's 6 years of age, you know, she's disciplined and she's committed, but she made every training session. You know, you never had to ask her to work hard. She listened really well, and most things she did first time of asking. And if she didn't, she went away and practiced, and you could bet your bottom dollar that the next time you did see her, she could do whatever it was she couldn't in the session before.
Raducanu had to qualify just to get into the US Open. She was a 450-to-1 outsider and ranked 150th in the world, yet won the event without dropping a single set. Judging from the raucous celebrations at the Park Langley Club, Raducanu is already inspiring youngsters hoping to follow in her footsteps.
What do you like about her tennis?
It's where she does really good shots and she never gives up.
When you see Emma win a big tournament like that, does it inspire you?
Yeah.
Would you like to do what Emma does?
Yeah.
Raducanu started the year as a teenage student ranked 345th in the world who had never played in a Grand Slam tournament before. Now she's the next big thing in women's tennis with more than 1.6 million Instagram followers and the potential to earn tens of millions of dollars a year.
Her upside in terms of the commercial sponsorship is tremendous. She comes from a big market domestically. In the UK, a number is being thrown around 20 million pounds, around $30 million already in terms of what she might be able to amass. She's with a big agency in IMG. And when you think of her background, Alex, not only the UK, but she's, her mom was Chinese. She speaks Mandarin. The upside in terms of that, the marketing is huge for her.
Raducanu has also had the royal seal of approval, with one of the first messages of congratulations coming from the Queen, who wrote, "It is a remarkable achievement at such a young age and is testament to your hard work and dedication." Alex Thomas, CNN.
It is a remarkable achievement. Unbelievable.
Well, and I like what those kids said. You know, you don't give up, you just keep working hard. It's a really inspiring story for all the youngsters out there.
And that's what she did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ready for your favorite wood-fried pizza that you can make yourself in your own yard? Consumer Reports tries out some portable pizza ovens next at 4.
Oh, you had me at pizza. Well, coming up at 5, the air in Dane County buildings. Is it filtered enough? We'll talk with Dane County leaders about ways to improve the quality of air inside county buildings.
Design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra! No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Coming up at 5, you may want to think twice about posting your child's back-to-school pics online. Why Madison police are sending out a warning, plus a first-time look inside Fort McCoy.
Sunny skies return for tomorrow and will turn warmer by the weekend. But will we see any rain? I'll have the first warn forecast at 5.
Then at 6, a Verona family has 3 cars stolen from their home at the same time. How the robbers got access to the keys and what you need to be on the lookout for. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6. Here's a live look at downtown Madison on this Tuesday. Almost like mountains behind.
Yeah, it really does.
Just clouds.
Do we Photoshop in there? Oh, okay.
Just clouds. Just clouds.
All right.
All right. Can you get that great wood-fried pizza taste at home without spending thousands on a high-end pizza oven?
Well, with so many new portable tabletop pizza ovens on the market, Consumer Reports was determined to find out if it's possible to bring the pizzeria right to your own backyard.
Our Leah Lynchide has the latest.
There's nothing like wood-fired pizza. Portable outdoor pizza ovens promise a pie that rivals your favorite pizza shop. Consumer Reports resident chef and pizza lover Paul Hope says it's all about heating to a super high temperature.
Portable pizza ovens are everywhere, and they claim to get to really high temperatures that you could never reach in an oven or even most grills. So naturally, we had to take a look.
Outside of the labs and in his backyard, Paul took a look at several tabletop pizza ovens designed to bake 1 12 to 13-inch pizza. Some are propane gas-powered, while others use charcoal, wood, or wood pellets. To keep it consistent, Paul made each pizza with store-bought dough, halved and weighed, sauce, and shredded mozzarella cheese. Paul found all of the ovens turned out tasty pizzas, but what really comes down to is how easy an oven is to use and whether you prefer gas or charcoal cooking.
If you want that wood-fired flavor like you'd get from a great pizzeria, you really want one that uses charcoal.
Paul found this Uni Karu to be convenient, simple, and sturdy. It also offers a chimney damper for regulating airflow, something that's important when you're cooking at a high heat. However, at $350, it's the priciest oven of the bunch. To spend less and still get good results, consider this wood and charcoal burning WPPO Le Pepe. Added bonus, it comes with a pizza peel and has a little peephole in the oven door to check on your pies, because as Paul found, they bake fast. If you prefer the convenience of gas-powered cooking, consider this Baker Stone Original Gas Pizza Oven. And one last tip. Practice makes perfect.
There's definitely a learning curve with pizza ovens and some skill required, so make sure you practice a lot before you have people over.
For News 3 Now, this is Leah Lynchide. Happy baking.
CR says making pizza with these ovens is a very hands-on experience. Each pizza took about 4 to 8 minutes to bake, depending on the oven. And you'll need to stand by to rotate each pizza to get that evenly charred and crispy crust. Do you like making pizza?
No.
No?
Not like that.
Not like that.
I'll throw a frozen pizza in the oven.
Yeah, it's not $350.
No, this is quite a commitment.
Yeah. I like making my own.
Really?
I make my own sauce, and the key is you have to put some anchovies in there and cook those down. Gives it a nice flavor. So there we go, everyone. Cooking with Brady.
I'd like to order a pizza, please.
Or you could do that. It's fine.
It's Tuesday. That means the doctor's in.
Dr. Jeff Pothoff joins us for his weekly visit. We'll talk COVID and schools and booster shots when Live at 4 continues.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
We're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, local, hand-picked Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
Your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles that national TV ads promise, only better, because you're working with local agents who know the doctors, the specialists, and the hospital networks inside and out. You're not going to get that calling a call center in Des Moines, Iowa.
Don't get fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and they're free.
Ask about our designer kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Right now, we are seeing a few of those delays still along the Beltline. The interstate in Dane County looks nice and smooth, but for eastbound along the Beltline, some areas are still nice and green and smooth, but you get closer to John Dolan, traffic merging just a little bit more, some construction still out, and speeds are down to about 20 miles per hour. So it's moving, but certainly moving quite a bit slower. That picks back up the closer you get to Monona. Downtown right now, usual traffic slow and go spots, but nothing new or out of the norm for this time of day. For the interstate through Rock County, all is good north and southbound. Downtown Janesville also looks smooth for us this evening. From the Beltline to Janesville, a quick 25-minute drive, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, a little longer now, more folks getting on the road, so we're closer to about 18 minutes for that commute. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Do you like scary movies? Well, a company is looking to pay someone $1,300 to watch 13 scary movies. Finance Buzz says it wants to know whether high-budget horror movies are scarier than low-budget offerings, so it's picking a person to watch more than a dozen horror films while wearing a heart monitor. It should be noted that many horror fans believe budget has little to do with how frightening a movie can be. Applications are due October 1st. Check out Finance Buzz's website for an application.
I'm into it. I'd do it.
$1,300?
Yeah, why not?
All right, schools across the country and here in southern Wisconsin are back in session, and COVID numbers are on the rise.
Yeah, now there's some confusion over booster shots. Here to separate fact from fiction, as he does each week, is UW Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Pothoff.
Doctor, welcome back.
Good to see both of you.
Does it surprise you that we're seeing a jump in cases in schools, and should parents be concerned?
You know, it's not so surprising that we're seeing a jump in cases in schools. You know, as we went into the school year, there's been a lot of variation and mitigation strategies that different school districts have taken. And we know some do a lot to protect those kids, and some really put those kids at high risk. So to see increased cases in that environment it isn't so surprising. Certainly something that parents should pay attention to. You certainly want to keep your kids safe. It's better if they don't get COVID-19.
And where do we stand on a vaccine for kids up to 12?
Well, there's been some recent rumblings that Pfizer may submit their data in the coming weeks. You know, the process after that is the FDA would, you know, grant potentially emergency use. After that, the AICP, that committee that looks at, you know, how is it administered, things like that would meet. And then they would publish the dosing regimen, and then we'd be able to start vaccinating those kids 5 through 11 under emergency use, hopefully by the time Halloween rolls around. So, you know, no promises, but the recent news is looking good.
Well, now there's debate about boosters. Do we need them? Do we not need them? What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, I think this is a difficult conversation. I think you're seeing a little bit of rift between different scientists. You know, on one hand, we've got good data out of Israel that would suggest that if we were to give people who were vaccinated a while ago a booster dose, their immunity would increase and their likelihood of a breakthrough infection would probably be lower, even against Delta. On the flip side, we have a large world where a lot of people aren't vaccinated. And if we leave those folks unvaccinated, we increase the chance that a new variant develops there. So it's this battle between, small benefit for here in the United States, but certainly benefit versus bigger benefit, overseas. And how you balance that, I think, is a really difficult thing. As much as it is science, it's just the ethics of it.
And the Biden administration said boosters would start on September 20th, but they may have jumped the gun a bit. The FDA and the CDC have to approve that.
Yeah, I think, the White House was optimistic, but, with all things COVID related, we really want the science to drive the decision. So that's why I think it is good that these groups in the FDA, the CDC, they're meeting, they're combing through the evidence, really understanding what is the benefit of that booster and what's the timing. That's the right way to do this.
Are we gearing up for another difficult fall as we talk about the jump in cases in schools and still kind of this debate about boosters and vaccines? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, part of me is optimistic and part of me is a little bit worried. I think, if you look at cases, maybe they're leveling off a little bit. In other parts of the world, Delta has been kind of fast and furious. So the optimist in me wants to hope that over the next month or two, Delta starts to slow down and things start to look more like May. On the other hand, there's just a lot of things working against us, whether it's, schools in sessions, big festivals right now. It'll be the holidays before we know it. So we don't know how it's going to play out. But, I don't think we're automatically doomed towards, worsening cases. It might work out yet.
And get your flu shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't talked about that for a while, but absolutely this year we are going to see more respiratory viruses. Get that flu shot. If you haven't gotten a COVID shot, get that at the same time. That's perfectly safe. But we need to protect ourselves against these respiratory viruses as we head into the fall and winter.
I mean, flu was virtually non-existent last season because of masks and social distancing.
Yeah, virtually non-existent. I think it surprised all of us last year that we just didn't see influenza. No one would have predicted that. But with masks and distancing, that's what happened.
Are you expecting flu cases to jump this year as we've kind of eased away from some of those safety protocols?
Yeah, I think with having it being more difficult with widespread masking, widespread distancing, people getting out and mingling, we really do think that we will see an influenza season this year. Hard to know if it'll be a mild season or a more severe season, but I think we will see more cases this year than we did last year.
Keep the mask handy.
Absolutely. We're not done with them yet.
All right, Doctor, great to see you again. We'll check in next week.
Sounds good.
And we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Parker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Parker Heating and Cooling.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hardworking families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Parker Heating and Cooling.
Wednesday on News 3 Now this morning, we're previewing the First Lady's first trip to Wisconsin since the campaign.
We'll have more on where she's visiting and what her focus will be.
And in weather, we're helping you make a game plan ahead of rain that could impact parts of your weekend. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
When the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County launched their back-to-school supplies drive, News 3 Now wanted to help and took action right away. And you responded. Thank you for your generosity. News 3 Now, taking action where our community needs it most.
Right now we have a lot of sunshine in the sky, finally coming out a little more for us. 66 in Madison. Again, dew points in the middle 50s, so it is quite comfortable outside. As we look ahead to tomorrow, plan on another mild day. Temperatures will be in the middle 70s for afternoon highs. By the weekend, though, we hit a bit of a warming trend. That's going to carry us up into the 80s for Friday and heading into Saturday and Sunday. Some rain chances expected to build in on Friday for us as well, and by the middle of next week. But overall, much of the rest of your work week should be nice and dry and pretty sunny outside until we start to get closer to that rain chance on Friday.
And a hot weekend.
And the toasty weekend ahead, yes.
All right, Dina, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll tell you how you can help animals and their owners impacted by cancer.
And Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be here to answer your plant and garden questions.
That's tomorrow on Live at 4.
Not have to put anything down.
Not a cent.
I had absolutely no out-of-pocket costs.
If you don't win, we don't win. If I don't win, you don't win. What does that mean? It was like, well, if you don't win, you don't pay us anything.
There was no fee unless we won the case.
One call, that's all.
For all of us who weren't born yesterday, there's Consumer Cellular, premium wireless with exceptional value. Enjoy talk, text, and data for only $20 a month. U.S.-based customer service that's been ranked #1 by J.D. Power 11 times in a row, and flexible plans that you can change anytime. Consumer Cellular is also an approved AARP provider, so members get exclusive discounts. Discover wireless that gives you everything you need for less. Switch to Consumer Cellular today. Call, go online, or find us at Target.
I'm Kendall Richards from All Comfort Services. And like many industries, the heating and cooling industry is suffering from a shortage of equipment and replacement parts for furnaces and air conditioners. And it's affecting our area too. So no matter how old or recently you had your equipment serviced, we recommend scheduling a tune-up today, even if it's with a company other than All Comfort. To learn more, give us a call or book a tune-up today at allcomfortservices.com.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here, new Aspirin Arthritis. Huh. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
I was hurt in a car accident, and the insurance company offered me a check. I'm missing work from my injuries, and I could really use the money. Gruber Law Offices got my medical bills paid and money for time off work.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
In today's Final Touch, a victory for Mother Nature. A species of frog that became extinct in the 1990s has been reintroduced in Norfolk, England.
Well, conservationists say the northern pool frogs are thriving. The frog's deep croak is a much welcomed calling sound in the countryside. The northern pool frogs became extinct in the 1990s, but now they're back from the dead. The frogs have been reintroduced into pools, the last place they were found in the Norfolk countryside. They became extinct there 30 years ago, and since then, teams have been working to bring them back. The rare species was introduced after flying frogs over from Sweden to a site in Virginia. One researcher says it's great to see the little frogs back. It's kind of like watching